Good morning folks, San Jacinto Trail Report from San Jacinto Peak right there behind me. Take a quick scan around. San Antonio range, still got plenty of snow, even a few patches still on Santiago Peak in the Santaranas. Can see the Pacific pretty well today, a couple of the Channel Islands, and roughly in that direction some decent amount of snow still on Desert Divide and the Santa Rosas. Still snow down to about maybe 5,000, certainly 5,500 on Rabbit Peak. Today's Friday, the 3rd of January 2019, second time I've been up here so far this year. As you can see from the rocks around me and the bushes, melting's underway. It's currently just over 36 degrees Fahrenheit here, about 2 centigrade. Actually looked it up, that's exactly the same temperature as it was 3rd of January last year. Kind of depressing to have it that far above freezing at the beginning of January. Little bit of a north breeze, wind chills just below freezing, something like 26, 27 Fahrenheit, 2 or 3 degrees below freezing centigrade. I just wanted to keep this fairly brief. Two things, judging by some messages I've got through the website. Some people watching the videos might not appreciate that there's a lot more information on the website. If you Google San Jacinto Trail Report, or even something like San Jacinto Snow, it should pop up as the first thing. Much more detail there, as much detail as I can get in about snow depths, trail conditions, what trails have been broken, which ones haven't, and you know, weather conditions, weather that's coming, weather that we've had up here at the peak, all that kind of stuff. And then second thing is we've got pretty warm weather coming, especially over this weekend. I left early, I left well before sunrise to get up in the snow when it's still nice and firm. I was able to use micro spikes up Devil's Slide as far as 9,000 feet. Then I had to switch to snowshoes. There are sections you could, if you came up early enough, you could probably use spikes, maybe even all the way to the peak if you came up from the tram through Wellman Divide. But the problem is descending later in the morning, and I noticed this on the 1st and already again today. By late morning, snow's getting pretty soft, which means post-holing's getting pretty bad. The trail's compacted, but not well enough really to avoid post-holing. So I recommend snowshoes everywhere above 9,000 feet. Absolutely essential if you're going off trail, like to some of the other less traveled peaks. But even on trail, much preferable to post-holing with spikes or crampons or whatever. So that's the main piece of advice. That's definitely true through the weekend. Then we've got a nice cooling trend coming next week. I think certainly by Wednesday, Thursday, Friday of next week, whatever that is, the 8th, 9th, 10th, something like that, of January, then there's going to be temperatures well below freezing again. Currently no real solid information on precipitation coming anytime soon. Maybe a slim chance after the following weekend, whatever that is, something like the 11th or 12th of January, but we'll see. It's too far out. So that's the advice on equipment. Snowshoes for sure above 9,000. Spikes really useful everywhere else, even as low as say 6,000 in places on, say, the Ernie Maxwell Trail and some of the Desert Divide trails. And as you can see, always a beautiful day up here on San Jacinto Peak, and safe hiking everyone.